Hello, everyone! Today we are doing The Sims 4, but I am doing something that shouldn't surprise you if you read the title, but is something that maybe a lot of my newer subscribers don't know I did. So a few years ago, roughly like 6 of them, I did a challenge called the AI Decides My Sims Challenge, and I essentially let Alexa make my sim and then also make a house and then make some decisions. It was a little difficult to do, especially at the time. I was very new on YouTube, wasn't quite sure of where I wanted like story building to go. And it was abandoned essentially. It's in my playlist if anybody wants to check it out. But the second episode was me building the house. I had been playing Sims 4 for maybe a few months, maybe a year when I made that. So my houses were still very, very boxy. This is what at least the outside ended up looking like. Not great. But I have grown since then. I have grown so much. So I decided that I wanted to try and remake it. So here is the rebuild. All right, so for this, it needed to be in Newcrest on the beach byway. I asked Alexa to tell me how many stories to make it. She said 4. Okay, so 4-story house. No big deal. I asked her the number of bedrooms. 2. Okay, still not a big deal because you know there's other rooms to make. I asked her how many bathrooms. 1. 1 bathroom in the entire house. Yeah. That part was maybe the most challenging, and I was thinking about that while I was making this. I think I came out with a pretty good workaround. But right now we're working in the kitchen. So the big thing for the kitchen was I had 2 styles for it. I think it was like rustic and modern, and Alexa decided modern would be the aesthetic. So I used like the very, very sleek who's-he countertops. I also have many more packs compared to when I originally did this. Yeah, because I think I was only playing with base game when I initially designed this kitchen. So yeah, it was nice that I actually had some more things to do with it. Bit of a do. I'm not really sure that I know exactly what a modern kitchen is or is supposed to look like. But you know, I figured it was just a lot of like really sleek looking, like sort of the chrome look, the very what's the color palette that I'm trying to say? A very neutral tones that are maybe a little bit darker, maybe a little bit more like shiny. And then I kind of tried to like pivot it into their dining room, because obviously like that God, grids. Patrick, take off the grids, I'm gonna be upset with this until I do it, and I don't remember when I actually got rid of the grids when I realized that they were still on. It's funny how like aggravated I get when I'm building with the like I can't tell why I'm upset when I'm building until I realize like, oh, there we go. I just turned it off. I'm like, oh, that's right. I have the grid on, which is making everything like a nightmare headache for me. But yeah, I transitioned it into the dining room, which didn't have a select theme, but I kind of tried to make it match with like the chairs and the bar stool. That way it could kind of, I don't know, kind of have this aesthetic to it that was like a little less modern, but not quite rustic-y. So then this is the living room. So I had the living room be either conversational, I think, or entertainment based, and Alexa decided to make it entertainment based. So for that, it means that like the main focal point is going to be things that are entertaining, things that like if you're entertaining, you're having people over, it'll be like a fun space to be in. So it has like a lot of music. I put a gaming console in it. Oh, I really wanted to fit in that that aquarium, but it just wasn't a good look. But yeah, so the focal point in this is obviously like the TV. Then there's a ton of things that you could like play with. Okay, this is the restroom, and I think I slapped with this, honestly. I will take all of the great credit for it, because I'm actually really proud of how I worked around this. So obviously we only have one bathroom for a 4-story house. So the way that I decided to run with this was to make the downstairs like a, has a single toilet, it has a shower tub combo, and then I gave it stairs to go upstairs, so it's a double-decker bathroom. Yeah, I thought that was cute. It has like little mirrors and stuff on the stairs to look as you go up. Upstairs is more of like a his and hers, or like a their bathroom. Obviously has like private like potty facilities, but it has like the nicer tub upstairs. It's supposed to have like a sky theme to it, so I put it in the cloud lights, and then I'm obviously still searching for, I thought like the mountains downstairs would be cool, and then upstairs it's like you're in the clouds, so it's like something that has a really pretty skyline. But I ended up just going with like the family growing together, like kind of cloud kid pack look. So this is the study. I decided to make an entire floor dedicated to like their office space. So the office space was either going to be bookish or like electronic based, and bookish won out. So also, I checked that video like a few days ago. If you guys end up watching it and I get them horribly wrong, you're like, it wasn't electronic based, it was bookish, or not bookish, it was some other thing, then my bad. But yeah, so I decided to turn the office space into like a library, which I was pretty proud of. And honestly, I would love this. I would love to have this as an office, to have like a giant just library. So I gave it like a space where you could go through files and look at like documents and computer stuff. And then the other side, I put like a chaise lounge, a little couch, like a place that you could honestly just read. I'm still not super skilled with Windows. I will freely admit that I am not the best with Windows. I'm getting better with like bric-a-brac and knickknacks and stuff. Because I don't even think I had like wall decor or anything on the original version of this house. So yeah. Oh, and then I realized I didn't make a way to go upstairs, so I kind of had to mess with some of the layout. But we go upstairs, and this is where the bedrooms will start. So there's 2 bedrooms. I had them be themed. So the first theme was either like princess or punk rock or something like that. And princess went out. And then the second one was an emotion. So it was either like gloomy or like cheerful, something like that. And gloomy one. So this first one that we're working on is the princess. Oh my goodness, I had to look at it for a second. I'm like, which one is this? Yeah, that looks super gloomy. It's funny. So I know that there's like the Princess Cordelia stuff. It also took me till just now to need to turn on MC Command Center. But I know there's the Princess Cordelia stuff. And weirdly enough, Princess Cordelia does not scream princess to me. I think mostly the stuff in the Get Famous pack screams like royal, wealthy, like extreme comforts. But yeah, so most of the stuff is from that pack. Actually almost exclusively. Like that railing is from it. The light is obviously from Realm of Magic, but aside from the light, I think almost all of this stuff is from Get Famous. So, yeah, even this, like the lounge and the couch that I end up picking are from Get Famous. Wow. Okay. I mean, that isn't totally shocking. Oh, I don't think that one is. No, that one's from My First Pet stuff. Ironically, it matched in my idea pretty well. I'm also a touch colorblind, so anybody out there that's like, what are you talking about? That's a terrible look. Blame my colorblindness. Yeah. I also really tried to like give them, give at least like the princess room like an entertainment-ish center. I also wanted to have them have tea because that is always what I just think of when I think of like princessy stuff, is like them having tea. I also wanted them to be like kind of educated, not just into like looks and glamour and stuff, but so there's like writings and all of that stuff. But I very quickly, I guess not quickly enough, realized that there were no windows. So I had to place all of the windows that way I could know what to put everywhere and like where things were gonna fit. I do end up needing to move some of it because I also realized that there's an entire space behind like that big painting that we just put where you could go out into like a courtyard-ish area, like a roof courtyard. And yeah, so I end up needing to move that upstairs later on, but we'll see that. But yeah, I decorated this one actually pretty well and pretty quickly. So this is going into the gloomy room. So I had a lot of vampire like inspiration for this one. It just, and I don't know, I didn't want it to seem like poor, like they don't have money or anything, but just what seemed sad to me was not caring about how your space looks. So they have like an apple box as their end table and, you know, just a little like clothes rack as their quote unquote like closet or dresser or whatever. I mean, there's a bench and tires. Oh, that I didn't even go with the bench. That's right. No, I went with like one real chair, one outside chair, and then tires as like the seating, and just like a tiny little living room. That sang like gloomy to me so much. Like someone, like a teenager or something, would like pick that up and put it in their room, like just this heavy statue. And then sad clown paintings. Of course, we need the sad clown paintings. Why not? And then yeah, making the room sort of look like it's dirty, like it's a little bit broken, and then trying to block out some light. I don't know. This, I guess, more than gloomy, this was more just like a teenager's a teenager's room. But yeah. So then I also wanted to give them sort of something to do. And so working out, because that's like kind of a way that you can combat bad feelings, and then also doing artwork. So I gave them like a black easel, and I think I gave them like some artwork to study and a bunch of canvases and stuff. I will say those stairs maybe don't fit as much. Oh, here's what I'm talking about. We're like, yeah, there's that entire area in there that is sort of like a courtyard, or could be used as like an upstairs rooftop courtyard area. So I just made like a place that people could go and sit. The sun will hit differently like throughout the day, and you could just, you know, chill, chat, take up stairs to like eat something. And then the roof. I am not good with roofing. Mostly because like I get caught up in some practicalities. Like I think about like drainage and stuff, and I'm like, if I had those roofs going the other way, then it would have just poured into that little like court area, which would be a nightmare to clean or to try and undrain. And it would probably lead to a bunch of like roof damage and stuff. Yeah, so roofs are not my greatest thing. So that's pretty much it. Here's like the exterior, how it looked. Still kind of boxy, but not quite as bad as, you know, the first draft of it. I think I came a long way. I think I had a lot of better ideas in this new one than I did the old one. Not to say that the old one was like awful, but it was not how I would build today. So, part of me doing this is I'm thinking about reviving this series, obviously not with the same, you know, same Sims and the same storylines, because I no longer have access to that file that was on my Mac, which I have not had for 3 years, maybe. But yeah, it was an interesting concept, and now that AI is a little bit more sophisticated, I was thinking about maybe bringing it back, but I don't know. Let me know if AI controls my sim would be something that you'd be interested in seeing. Let me know what you thought of the build, pre and post, all of my experience. Let me know what things you would have changed or like items that you would have added if you know the catalog really well. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, or if you're not new and just haven't subscribed yet, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.